welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and today I am here with a bit of a haul unboxing to share with you all. These kits are from Diamond Art Club's Black Friday and Cyber Monday releases, where they released a total of 125 new diamond paintings over the course of the long weekend. And I shared several as sneak peeks here on my channel, but I'll tell you what, they really had my number with some of these artists and artwork, and so I did pick up a few others that I just couldn't resist and thought it would be fun to get into each of these kits with you today. So I feel like if you look at these, you could totally see a theme, get a sense for my style, lots of fantasy vibes. We literally have 6 different gorgeous ladies here, so I'm all about the portraits. 4 of these have cats in them, so this is just, I mean, you could tell why I'd say the Diamond Art Club really had my number for that Black Friday weekend. If you're really interested in just a specific kit, I will try to have chaptered timestamps in the description box of this video. If you want to skip ahead, you're welcome to. One thing I would just let you know is that as far as going over the features of the box and the toolkit and whatnot, I'm just going to cover those with the very first kit that I open up. Otherwise, we're going to kind of skim past those with the kits number 2 through 6. Otherwise, we're going to be here for a while, but I mean, we're going to be here for a minute anyway, because I really do want to get a good look at these kits with you, see what treasure quest cards I may have gotten, and see what the special drills look like, and you know, see if any of these are ones you want to add to your wish list. So feel free to grab a cup of coffee, grab a snack, settle in, and let's go ahead and get into these together. We're going to start with Breakfast Buddies by Dolamore. This is one that, gosh, I mean, these are all really, they feel like my favorites, but I feel like, well, this is kind of the biggest one. We'll start with the biggest one and work our way down from there. By the way, I guess I'll just quickly name these. This is Red Riding Hood by Sunset Dragon. This is Frejya, Goddess of Beauty and War by ChrissaBug. Breakfast Buddies by Dolamore. Sleeping Familiars by ChrissaBug. Witch's Desk by Larienne. And Sleepy Fairy by Jamaica Murphy, aka Jamooshka. So that's the name of these beautiful kits. I love them all. I couldn't even decide, and I was like, what kit do we start with? We'll start with Breakfast Buddies. I'm just going to move these out of the way. Interestingly, Sleepy Fairy came in this like extra large size box. I'll talk more about that when we get to it, but that was something that surprised me, but here we are. So anyway, this is Breakfast Buddies, like I said, by Dolamore. I have a void kitty that was just eating when we started this video that you may have heard, and I just love the whole dynamic in this artwork so much. It is a little bit bigger, 65 by 87.9 centimeters or 25.6 by 34.7 inches. We have the render of the artwork wrapped around the top of the box. On the side of the box, it'll tell you how many colors we have and what our special drills are going to be. And then on the back of the box, you'll see some information about how to diamond paint, as well as your kit contents. And then here is a picture of the artwork and the title, just in case you want help finding your diamond painting in your collection. That makes it a little bit easier. By the way, if you're brand new to Diamond Art Club and thinking of making your very first purchase and missed out on these Black Friday deals, I do still have a pretty good discount code if you're new. It's just my name, Katie, K-A-T-I-E, and the number 20. It's for 20% off your first purchase. It is an affiliate code, so I may make a small commission if you choose to use it, so there's no pressure at all. You're going to see some other discount codes in this video, and there's others out and about in the wilds that I just gently recommend taking advantage of one of them and not paying full price for your Diamond Art Club order. So we have our toolkit, our pamphlet, and then stop it right now. This is fantastic. Let me just go ahead and drop this. This is the treasure quest card, and this is my very first black card. I will explain. This is magical, and I'm delighted because I am aware that one of my dear friends literally got her first black card in this kit as well. And so I was secretly kind of hoping, like, how fun would that be if I also got my first black card in this kit? And I cannot believe it. I'm so excited. My first black card. Okay, let me explain. Treasure Quest cards. This is a secondary rewards program and a really fun collectible. And these have different rankings: bronze, silver, gold, and black. And that's an order of rarity, with black being the rarest. They're also just really pretty collectibles. But there's a scratch off code here that when you scratch that off, there's a redemption code. And when you get various combinations of the different tiers of cards, you can redeem them for things like gift cards or even a custom diamond painting. So I have, probably unboxed like 25 kits with Treasure Quest cards at this point, and this is my first black one. They are rare, but I like it because they have like a matte finish to them. This is just delightful. So anyway, yay. This is honestly now one of the things I look forward to most is just getting to look in the kits and see what rarity of Treasure Quest card that I get, but yay. Okay, let's take a look at the toolkit. This was recently upgraded a few months ago, and I've reviewed and demoed various parts of the toolkit here on my channel. You'll find some videos linked below. For example, I did a demo on the new Twist and Pick pens. They did just a month or so ago start rolling out these pens with a metal tip instead of the plastic end that was in there. I haven't tested out the metal tip yet. I need to, but I wasn't a huge fan of the plastic tip, so I'm excited to see it's now metal. It's preloaded with putty. It does kind of ooze out, like kind of comes out like a delayed reaction. So I would twist and wait and see, but it is preloaded with putty that you can use, and it's reloadable. There's a 4-placer on the end. This is removable, and they give you a 7-placer that you can put in there instead if you do prefer the 7-placer. You can also use the metal placers, not the threaded ones, but just like the straight ones. Then we have some pink wax and additional putty in case you use up what's already in the pen. And then we have a bag of baggies if you want to store your diamonds in these. And then we have my favorite of the upgrades, which is the tray. I like that the trays are so much bigger. I like that the walls are higher. You can fit a lot more diamonds in them and they're less likely to slide out. They also come with a removable stopper as well as a sliding lid and are stackable. They have these little cutouts here. So definitely my favorite of their toolkit upgrades. And I know that they also are working on some improvements to the trays already as well. Also, we have this pamphlet with some helpful info in it. Let me show you. So first there's, socials. Here's the QR code for the Facebook group. Here's the 20% off code specifically for your first app purchase. Here's some tips and tricks. Here's your kit contents. Here's some step-by-step instructions and some specific tips for the new Twist and Pick applicator pen. Then we have our stickers here. This is the original artwork. How cute is that? I bet this is going to have a lot of earth tones, lots of neutrals. It has 68 colors in total. The code you see in the right-hand column is the DMC code. It comes from the DMC brand of floss, like with cross stitch, and most diamond painting companies do use this color code system. A couple things I do want to point out. So at the very end of the color list, you will usually see some codes that have a letter at the beginning. In Diamond Art Club's numbering system, anything with the letter Z at the beginning is going to be a fairy dust diamond. Then we have our ABs, which will be ABs. Just a quick note, the ABs used to be given a code under the number 150. As of just a few months ago, they started rolling it out with the ABs at the end of the color list, but if you see ABs that have a color code under the number 150, that's just so you know what that is. Also, you will sometimes see codes in the 6,000s range. These are actually not DMC codes. These are colors that Diamond Art Club has created to fill gaps in the DMC color code system because they make all their diamonds in-house. They're able to do that. These are all pre-cut sticker labels, so you can use these on storage containers or baggies if you like. These are all different stickers, as well as these over here. I use these in my paper logbook once I start working on a kit. Now, keep that black card safe. The drills and the canvas are going to be in here, so let's take a look. This is definitely one of the bigger canvases that I got from Black Friday. And let's see. I want to get a sense for how much color blocking there is. Oh my gosh, I love them. See, like this cat's whole attitude just reminds me so strongly of my cat Skip. Like he will just like reach right up, arch up. He's so affectionate, so sweet. Give you a little like snip on the nose, give a little like nose boop. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, let me roll this backwards to help it lay flat, at least here at the top. My cat literally just came trotting into the kitchen like, I heard you talking about me. May I have some pets, please? So there's the top of the canvas. Yeah, lots of beautiful earth tones and neutrals in this one. I really enjoy Ivy Dolamore's artwork. The way she portrays characters and people and animals is so sweet. And I love all of the details in her artwork in the background and everything as well. It's so pretty. Let me take you on a tour of the features of the canvas. This is probably something I'm going to skim when it comes to the subsequent kits, but for this one at least, we have their branding at the top of Do It Makes You Sparkle, Diamond Art Club. The edges of the canvas are scalloped and poked, so fraying shouldn't be an issue. There's also this really nice soft backing, but I feel like the material on the canvas as well is Pretty sturdy, but also kind of malleable. It's just a nice mix of all of those things that holds drills well and lays flat well. We do have pretty sticky poured glue, as well as a clear plastic cover that's pretty thick and features perforated sections. These pink lines are to help you see the edges, and the full size of the perforated sections is about 4 by 4 inches or 10 by 10 centimeters, and it's pretty easy to split along the perforated lines if you do want to use those sections. Then we have a legend up here at the top left, as well as over here at the bottom right with all 68 of our colors. Then at the bottom left, we have a thumbnail of the original artwork, the title, the size, and copyright. So yes, this piece, along with all the others, are legally licensed from the artist, which in the case of this kit means that Ivy Dolamore has both given permission for the use of this artwork and is being compensated for it. Here we have their socials and yet another discount code, and here's some information about their lifetime warranty. As long as you're the original owner and purchaser of your kit, you're covered under that lifetime warranty. So if you run into any trouble, you can contact customer support. They'll take you from there. Looking up close, I'm seeing bits of kind of like line blocking almost. Not necessarily true color blocking, though this is a good example of color blocking. Color blocking is where you have a lot of the same color in a small area. You can grab a multi-placer and kind of zip through those sections. It also lets you have that color in your tray for a bit longer as well. This piece, given kind of like the soft nature of the art style, it doesn't surprise me actually to see a good amount of what we call confetti. Confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area. I guess this is kind of an example. You'll be using maybe a single placer a bit more, as well as changing out the color in your tray more often. Look at how cute they are. It's so sweet. There's lots of confetti in her hair as well. But yeah, I feel like typically if you see artwork with a softer touch, kind of a softer style, it's more likely to have confetti to kind of get that nice color blended and softer effect. Diamond Art Club does hand chart all of their canvases, which means that they have human beings that are really spending a lot of time trying to get the diamond paintings to be as faithful to the original artwork as it possibly can be. I'm going to do a really quick measurement on this canvas. Usually they do run true to size, but I do like to measure just to see. We're at almost 88 centimeters. We're listed as 87.9. Okay. I don't remember the last time a Diamond Art Club canvas, or any canvas for that matter, wasn't true to size. About 65 centimeters, and we're listed as 65 on the nose. I'm going to call that true to size. Now let's take a look at these diamonds. Here's our color spread. There is a sticker on here that tells you what kit these go with, just in case you store these separate from the canvas and outside the box they came in. All right, here is that pretty color spread. Now let's take a look. Diamond Art Club does print the DMC code on these bags, so you can tell, obviously, what the DMC code is for it. I will be sure to show you the special drills once we get to those, and we'll see what those look like up close. Which, here's our very first one, Z3865. This is a white fairy dust diamond. Fairy dust diamonds have a fine glitter coating on the top that has kind of a pearlescent finish. There's a little straggler there. It's a really subtle shimmery effect, but it is my favorite of the special drills that Diamond Art Club does carry. I like those a lot. We have those blues. And we will go through the canvas together, and I will show you where these various special drills are going to be found. Now, these are Diamond Art Club square diamonds, which I tend to find to be pretty good quality. They're pretty consistent in size and shape. There's we have two ABs here. So here's our first one, AB 945. This is kind of a light beige or kind of light peach AB. AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These are named after the northern lights and have an iridescent coating on the top that is really sparkly. It reflects a variety of colors and catches some of the colors of the drills around it, and is also it's gonna draw your eye to wherever it has been charted. So we have that pretty kind of light beige AB, and then we have this nice light green AB, AB 3348. So there are only two, we had two ABs and two fairy dust. Okay, perfect. Like I said, I do find Diamond Art Club's square drills to be pretty nice to work with. They're pretty consistent in size and shape. There's our last special drill, Z437. It's our second fairy dust diamond. There's that shimmer there on that one. The reason that I feel like the quality on square drills matters in particular is because square drills do sit up pretty close and snug to each other on the canvas. And so if they're not trash free, if they're not really consistent in size and shape, you're going to notice because they're not going to sit neatly, they're going to push up against each other and pop. So I'm glad that that doesn't tend to be an issue with Diamond Art Club square drills. And there's the end of our colors. Now let's take a look together. Like to see where those different special drills are going to be. So we had the white and the brown fairy dust, and then we had the light green and the light beige ABs. So as far as the symbols go, let me just familiarize myself really quickly. Okay, so the light green AB, I see sprinkled in some of the light green areas over here. I bet it's just gonna generally be in the plants, I wonder. I see some of the white fairy dust is this white outline right here, and it's also the outline along the back of the cat, and it's some of the white in the gal here. So it's the brightest white areas. It's in like her profile above her head. It's in this white area over here as well as here and a little bit right here. Just taking a look for that beige. Okay, so the light, the brown fairy dust, there's little lines of it in right here. And is there any in her dress that I'm missing? I feel like I am missing something. There is. Okay, so here on the counter, there's a light brown AB all through the counter here. It's actually also on the top of her arm. And it's this little patch right here as well. And some lines on the counter over here. Okay, and then let me see, is there anything in her hair? Not that I'm seeing. The clouds, the white that you see in the clouds up here, the white is going to be our white fairy dust color. It's up here too. And then the light green on the leaves here is going to be our green AB. And there's some of the green AB in these leaves up here as well. Some of the leaves in the trees over there. Some of the leaves right here. That's where our green AB is going to be. It's that light brown fairy dust I know I'm missing. Okay, so over here on the shelf, we have some of the kind of light beige AB. And then in this picture, the lightest areas are the brown fairy dust. There's some brown fairy dust over in right here. And, oh, there's some of the beige AB actually in parts of her outfit. Okay, I did miss some. There's some beige AB and some brown fairy dust in this area, as well as some of the beige AB here in her hair. A little bit of her hair coming down here is the beige AB. There's some beige AB kind of a little bit in this patch right here. Okay. Let me check up here. There is some brown fairy dust. It's the lightest brown colors in these baskets here and over here. And nope. Oh yes, in this basket over here, there's a little bit as well. I'm kind of convinced that I missed. There's some of the light brown, light beige AB on the side of this picture. For some reason, that brown fairy dust color is just not, the symbol is not jumping out of my eyes. So I'm pretty convinced that I missed some of it. But overall, I will say that I like that this piece, just the special drills in it, have a much more subtle effect. I think that that suits this artwork really well. It is more muted in terms of colors and tones. So I think that that is a really, really nice idea. I love this artwork. This is so happy and so pretty. And it is a little bit heavier on the confetti in a lot of areas, but there is some line blocking. There is a bit of color blocking in some areas. So I think that this piece is going to be really enjoyable to work on because it has that nice mix of both. The rendering looks lovely, and just the whole artwork and the whole thing is just happy. So this was Breakfast Buddies by Ivy Dolamore and Diamond Art Club, and was from Black Friday specifically. And yeah, that's this one. I'm going to go ahead and pack this up, and I'm going to grab our next kit to take a look at. The next kit I'd love to take a look at with you is called Witch's Desk by Larienne. This is an artist that is new to Diamond Art Club, and this again, we have our little cat friend in the background, and just has some really fun and cozy vibes. A little bit of a lo-fi vibe, which I believe that this artwork is lightly based on, I think, Lo-Fi Girl, which is a channel here on YouTube, and Yume released a similar piece that released on, I believe, Black Friday or Cyber Monday that is really similar in style. And if you didn't know, that actually is why. It's because they're based on the same sort of character. So anyway, this one has round drills. I thought we could maybe alternate squares and rounds as we go through these kits a little bit. So it's going to have pig branding down here. Here is a look at how many colors and the special drills in this one. 5 fairy dust, quite a lot of fairy dust. Here is the end of the box, again, to make it a little easier to find your kit. And again, as far as features and whatnot go, we are going to skim over some of these. So if just the cap for my X-Acto knife, it's fine. If you are wanting to hear me go into a little bit more depth and describe those things, go ahead and watch the beginning of the unboxing for the first kit, the one that we just took a look at on Breakfast Buddies. But let's go ahead and open this up. We are still going to look at the colors in the sticker pack, as well as see what our treasure quest card in this one is. So, you are kidding me. There's no way. This is my second black card. 2 in a row? Are you serious? Okay, this is fantastic. I might finally be on my way to getting a custom diamond painting. This is a delightful surprise. My jaw's on the floor. You saw it was sealed. Like, this is not like, I'm so happy right now. Okay, so second black card. And the Treasure Quest cards, this is a secondary rewards program. If you want to find out more about it, there is some information. I'll have the link to Diamond Art Club's part of the website that describes what this program is and explains, and maybe you'll get a sense for why I'm so excited for another black card. Oh my goodness. Okay, so our toolkit, again, we covered this. This is going to be the same as in Breakfast Buddies, but let's take a quick peek at the colors and the stickers in the original artwork here. So there's the original artwork. I like the colors in this. I'm really excited to see the special drills in this one. 5 fairy dust. Again, those are the ones that start with the letter Z. Then we have our ABs that start with AB, and then 68 colors in total. So love it, love it, love it. And let's get a look at this canvas and the diamonds. This is, definitely smaller than the last one too. So it feels a little bit more manageable. Let's see. I always love seeing new artists debut at Diamond Art Club as well. That's always a fun surprise. Ooh, look at the colors in this. Oh, that's so pretty. And all the outline, the kind of outlining style too is really fun. It almost feels like a little bit like you're doing a coloring page in a way. Just rolling this backwards to help it lay more flat there. Okay. Okay, I bet that moon is going to have special drills. I bet her wings are. I love our little cat friend here. I like the cozy kind of studious vibe. This is going to be one of those pieces that as you open up different sections, you're going to be completing different elements of the artwork as you go. Like each of these little bottles, the plant, the pretty flowers over here, where she's writing. Even up at the top, there's lots of different little things happening. So this is going to be one of those pieces that you have lots to do all throughout, and the satisfaction of a bunch of like little mini finishes almost. Okay, let's check. I always want to check with these pink lines to make sure that it was placed correctly and there's no transfer, which no transfer. Happy to see that. If you do run into pink line transfer on your canvas, it hypothetically should be taken care of by this point and not be an issue. But, sometimes things happen. Just contact customer support if you're finding, if your canvas comes with one where the cover was placed upside down and you're seeing pink lines on the glue. Diamond Art Club can give you some options if that is an issue you're having. We have the same features on this one as well. This is, of course, legally licensed from Larienne, and I'm excited to see what other pieces we may have coming from this artist. I want to look up close, of course, give you guys a little look at the various parts of this canvas. Yeah, this is definitely with the outlining vibes. There's other artists that have this style too, like Mandy Manzano, even though this is pretty different art style. The concept of having kind of the outlining is similar, and it can be really fun to work on as a diamond painting and tends to translate really well too. This piece also has a lot of color blocking. So you see like that number 3, just a big block of that one color there. So grab your multi-placer, get right through that section quickly. There's some confetti in some detailed areas, like her headphones here, like the band, and some areas here and there. But honestly, this is a pretty color blocking heavy canvas. It is going to be something that can move along if you want to grab a multi-placer and zip right through it. Okay, almost 71 centimeters. We're listed as 70.7. And then this way, we're about just over 55. We're listed as 55.6. Okay, true to size. Let's look at these diamonds. Even the pack of diamonds looks so much smaller than Breakfast Buddies. Here we go. Well, there's some really pretty purples in there, of course, with that night sky color. Okay. So Diamond Art Club's round drills, I feel like they're so sparkly. Look like twinkle and how it catches in the light. They are really faceted and really enjoyable to work with, especially because I feel like recently, I don't know if it's just in my head, but I have worked on a round drill or two kit from Diamond Art Club from some recent releases. And I feel like the drill field is either slightly tighter or the drills just seem like a tiny bit bigger. I think it's the drill field though. And I'm just finding multi-placing to be a dream with these round drills. And here's our first special drill, our first Fairy Dust Z605. Fairy Dust again have a fine glitter coating on the top that is just really shimmery, really pretty. And then I already see our next special drill, so I'll leave you zoomed in. Here's our first AB. AB 3078, we have a pale yellow AB. ABs have an iridescent coating on the top that's really sparkly. It's definitely more bold than the Fairy Dust and is gonna catch your eye beautifully where it is on the canvas. We also have a light yellow Fairy Dust color, Z744, and right next to it is Z704, a light green Fairy Dust. And then we have 2 more Fairy Dusts in the strand. We have this light blue Z162, and then, ooh, this really pretty lavender. I love the Fairy Dust coating on that one, Z3807. I feel like on different colors, the Fairy Dust coating sometimes looks a little bit more bold than others. I really enjoy it on darker colors because that's where I feel like it really does pop just a little bit while still maintaining that shimmery effect. I think we have, what, 1 more AV and 1 more Fairy Dust? We'll see. I'm really looking forward to seeing where on the canvas these Fairy Dust diamonds in particular are going to be found. No special drills in this strand, but we have one other little strand to go here. I didn't miscount, did I? No, there we go. It's at the end. We just had 1 more AB. Okay, we got through all of our Fairy Dust. Here's our other AB. AB 996. This one is a blue AB. So sparkly. And that's the end of the strand. All right, let's take a look at the canvas. And let's find where these various special drills are gonna go. Yeah, 5 Fairy Dust. I did miscount slightly. Okay, so we had blue AB, light yellow AB. Then we had blue Fairy Dust, pink Fairy Dust, green Fairy Dust, yellow Fairy Dust, and purple Fairy Dust. So lots and lots of those. First in these potion bottles, the light blue, well, it's kind of a medium blue color you see in these areas. That's gonna be our blue AB color. I see some of the light yellow Fairy Dust in the middle of this potion bottle, and some of the light yellow AB in the glow of this flower and the sparkles on either side. There's some of the light green Fairy Dust in the light green of these leaves, these leaves, these leaves. It's the light green in all of these plant leaves is the light green Fairy Dust color. This is the light blue Fairy Dust, is the lightest blue that you see in the potion bottles, like the outline here, the top of this bottle, parts of this area over here, couple little dots right here. And then some of the purple Fairy Dust. It's this dark purple color you see in a couple of different spots in the potion bottles. It's these lines in this potion bottle. Yeah, so tons of the special drills, like virtually all of them except the pink one, down in this area here. Hopping over here, there's some of the light blue Fairy Dust in this potion bottle over here as well. And let's keep moving up. Okay, so these stacks of books, there's some blue Fairy Dust over here in these corners and some purple Fairy Dust right there. The plant over here does have, well, hold on, is that the right symbol? It sure is not. Okay, there's 2 of the light green Fairy Dust in that plant right there. Let's see. This is the light yellow AB color right here. And let's see. Oh, there's not. I thought that in her wings we'd have some special drills. I don't see any except for, you see these little blue dots? That's the blue AB. These sparkles over on the side are the light yellow fairy dust. So are these sparkles right here. And there's a patch of the light yellow fairy dust right here. And then in her headphones, it's the lighter of the colors in her headphones. That's actually kind of that purple fairy dust color. And there's some of the light yellow fairy dust in these lines here and back here. Where's the, oh, there it is. I was like, where is the pink? Well, first, I missed the light pink fairy dust. It is this book right here, as well as these light pink clouds, these big kind of sections. That's all the light pink fairy dust. The lantern is made up of the light yellow fairy dust as well as the light yellow ABs. And then the light green you see in the plant up there is the light green fairy dust, and light green in her headphones, the band here is the light green fairy dust. The blue right here, I think is that her hair tie? That's the blue AB color. And let me see. This yellow is the light yellow fairy dust. These sparkles up here are the light blue fairy dust. The moon, the center of it is made up of light blue fairy dust, and the dark blue outline around it is the dark blue AB color. This yellow sparkle is light yellow ABs, and there's an outline of light yellow ABs here, and these dots here, and then the yellow dots up here are going to be the light yellow fairy dust. And last but not least, the yellow that you see in those string lights, the yellow all in the centers of those, that's going to be our light yellow AB color. So those are all the special drills in Witch's Desk. I love that. I like the special drills in this one a lot. I think the fairy dusts were really beautifully used in this one. I think just a little bit surprised to not see any in her wings. That's something I think would be really fun to enhance maybe if you had some special drills that you wanted to pull out and swap in for. But otherwise, I really like this one. And like I said earlier, I'm very much looking forward to seeing what is going to be coming next from this artist. So, all right, let me pack away Witch's Desk and I will grab the next kit. Okay, so next we're going to take a look at Frejya, Goddess of Beauty and War by ChrissaBug. And of course we have more cats in this one. If you have been on my channel for a minute, you will know that ChrissaBug is one of my favorites. I love her take on mythological characters and her art style. It's just so very much my taste. I adore how Diamond Art Club renders her artwork, and so this was a must-have for me. This one's 22 by 34 inches, or 55.8 by 85.6 centimeters, which I feel like is, yeah, roughly the size that we are seeing these kinds of pieces from ChrissaBug at Diamond Art Club. So let's go ahead and open up this one. It's, well, here's a peek, 67 colors. 2 ABs and 5 fairy dust again, just like the last kit. And here's at the bottom of the box, so you can see that. And once again, if you are hoping to hear me go into more depth about the features and the toolkit and whatnot, I will point you to the first kit that we took a look at where I did touch on all those things in just a little bit more detail. So if you skipped ahead to this part, you will, I'll just let you know, one of the things I'm going to be most excited about as I'm unboxing these kits is seeing what treasure quest card that I got, because I am hoping to eventually collect enough to get a custom diamond painting, and I've been very lucky. My first 2 kits had black cards, which are my first 2 black cards I've ever gotten. I don't think I'm gonna be 3 for 3, but I'm so happy right now anyway. So, okay, not a black card, but here you can kind of see one of the other versions. So the black cards have more of a matte finish. You can really see the difference there. And these have more of like a glossy. So I'm pretty sure this one, it is bronze. They did start writing the level on here because while the black ones are really obvious because they're literally black, sometimes I found it easy to mix up the bronze and the gold cards. So I appreciate that they added this, but you could also tell the difference because of slight differences in the graphics style. But yeah, this is still really pretty. And that is, okay, treasure quest card number 3 today. Again, we went through the toolkit already in the past kits. Let's take a quick peek at the stickers and the original artwork. There's our original artwork. Isn't she gorgeous? I just love these pieces so much. So 67 colors. Here's our fairy dust, 5 fairy dust, and 2 ABs. And a 6,000 range color again, which again, that is one that is exclusive to Diamond Art Club as far as drills go, because Diamond Art Club does make all of their diamonds in-house, which gives them not only good quality control, but also lets them create colors as needed. I'm at the wrong end here. Here we go. take a look at this beauty. I did recently, earlier this year, complete Medusa, which I feel like is similar in size and kind of vibe from this artist and Diamond Art Club. So I'll try to remember to, that'll be on like my post review or unboxing playlist if you want to go see. Oh my gosh, her face looks so good. I'm always looking to see, okay, how does it look like the face rendered? Because that's just something you notice when the subject is like a person. So it looks so good. Oh my gosh, you can see the glow. I love the cat so much. Oh, this is a fun one, you guys. And the sword down here. I cannot wait to see what the special drills are going to be. I bet that the cats are going to glow. I'm going to guess white fairy dust. I don't think white AB. I bet it's going to be white fairy dust. That's so pretty. Okay, let me show you up close. Let's get a sense for color blocking confetti on this one. It looks like, okay, our cat's face. I bet the eyes might glow too. Color blocking in the cat's bodies, for sure there. Lots of just multi-placing heaven. And there's some color blocking in the background as well. But overall, there's a lot of detail going on in here, a lot of color blending that is going to mean we're looking at some confetti. Sometimes it literally looks like confetti with like these magic moat looking bits. So this is consistent, honestly, with like Medusa, actually. I bet like her hair and her like bodice, like the edges of her bodice are going to have special drills too. Yeah, lots of color blocking in the background here. Her face looks good. And it's going to look even better with drills down. In my personal opinion and experience, I find that the paintings really do virtually always just look that much better. Once there's drills covering the symbols, you're getting to really see the true color that's coming through and not, yeah, see the symbols kind of muddying it at all. Size-wise, we're at 85.5-ish. Well, this is 85.6, all right. And then this way, we're at almost 56. Relissa is 55.8. Okay, all right. Again, not surprising, but always like to double check. Just, I mean, she's epic. She's just epic. I love these pieces. I love these mythology pieces. Here's our colors. Of course, lots of blues and purples. There's our sticker, Frejya. I might have misspoken. I don't think I specified Greek mythology earlier. If I did, I misspoke. Frejya is a Norse goddess. Any of the mythology, though, I'll take it all. There's that. All right. So this one has square drills. Again, I was kind of going for maybe alternating a bit as we were getting through these kits. Lots of 310 in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of 310. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of 939. All right, that pink doesn't exist in the DMC. That's a 6000s range pink color. Ooh, here's our first fairy dust color, Z3865. That's a white fairy dust. I think I called it. I'm pretty sure that's in the cats. 3 big bags of this one, you guys. Again, fairy dust has that fine glitter coating on the top that is just going to give it a nice glimmery, shimmery effect. Yeah, this is one where you're going to want to like to work with the color blue. There's a lot of different shades of blue in this one and some purples too. Here's our next fairy dust color, Z3855. It's kind of a light beige. Kind of almost an ivory hue. End of that strand. And if you were curious, Diamond Art Club actually puts their drills here in order of weight or amount, not in DMC order. Here's our next 2 fairy dust colors. We have a light blue and it's kind of an orangish brown color. Let's see the glitter coating on those. And here's our this AB 3078. Again, there's an iridescent coating on these that is really sparkly. Gonna jump out at you. Especially, I find, again, this is taking me back to working on Medusa. With the dark background color, the special drills are going to pop even more because the background is not a special drill color usually. But that means that, like this light pink, for example, if this is anywhere against like that dark color, it is just going to pop beautifully. So this is our next fairy dust, Z3607. Pretty dark pink. And there's AB 972, tiny amount of that one. I'll be curious to see where that goes. Diamond Art Club does typically give you extras, but if you do happen to run out, you can contact customer support and they can send you extras. That is part of their lifetime warranty. As far as where these special jewels are going to go, so we have those 3 bags of that white fairy dust. We have kind of a like a really light beige fairy dust. We had the orange brown fairy dust. We had the pink fairy dust. We had the blue fairy dust. Then we had the light yellow AB and the light orange AB. So yes, the cats, this big chunk of white, this big chunk of white, this white, that is all white fairy dust. The white in these flowers over here is also going to be white fairy dust. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Those flowers are not fairy dust. Nix that, okay? Sorry. Oh, but the orange AB is in the centers of those flowers. That orange AB we only had a little bit of. It's the orange color in the centers of each of these flowers. In the centers of the cat's eye, there's the light yellow AB as well as that light beige fairy dust color. Let's see. The centers of these flowers are also the orange AB color, and this is as well. Then we have our light blue fairy dust is this light blue color here and here. How about, okay, and the sword, there's the orangish brown fairy dust right here. There's the yellow AB is these light colors through here. Up here at the hilt of the sword is the light beige fairy dust color. Then here's the orangish beige fairy dust color right there. And there's some white dots in the background that are the white fairy dust color. This light blue is the light blue fairy dust in her robe. And then the light blue parts from this robe that are draping down like these lines going up through here, that's the light blue fairy dust color. The cat's tail, this white is all white fairy dust. This line of orange here is the orangish brown fairy dust. This color is the light beige fairy dust. We haven't yet seen that dark pink fairy dust color. But I don't think there was a ton of it. I'll be curious to see. Let's find out where it is. Okay, so there's this color. Let me make sure we don't have glare. Here, like at the top of her, like her arm guard, is it vambrace? I don't know the armor technical names. This is the light beige fairy dust, and there's some light yellow ABs right here. The white in this cat is, of course, going to be more white fairy dust. And okay, there's a lot going on in her outfit here. First, there's both the light beige fairy dust and the orangish brown fairy dust next to each other at the top of her bodice. There's some of the light blue fairy dust in a line right here. There's some of that light beige and the orangish brown fairy dust really next to each other in a lot of these spots. And then in her hair, this color and a lot of this bright yellow that you see, that light yellow all throughout this area is going to be the light yellow AB color. And then all throughout these areas, there's quite a lot of the light beige fairy dust as well as the orangish brown fairy dust. I'm looking for, I have not seen that pink fairy dust yet, and I'm convinced that I've missed it, so I may have to go back and look, but let me keep going because we're not quite through the top yet. We'll see if it yet pops out. So in the centers of each of her eyes, we have a white fairy dust color. Again, in her hair, we have the light yellow AB going all the way around, and also highlighting through her hair, there's quite a lot of the orangish brown fairy dust color. There's light yellow AB over here, some of the light beige fairy dust as well through a lot of these areas. And in the cat again, all this white, including this white up here, is going to be white fairy dust. I might pause so that I can look up close for that brighter pink fairy dust color. I know the symbol I'm looking for. It's just completely escaping my notice. So yeah, give me just a sec. I'll be right back. Okay, glad I did that. I did completely overlook it when we were kind of coming up her dress. So it is these, I'll show you up close. It's this letter A. It's this like dark pink, the little magic motes against her dress. It kind of goes all the way down. Again, it's these little pink dots. So when you pull back, It's a little harder to make out, but it is those little pink dots sprinkled all throughout, kind of the like bottom half of the painting. That's our darker pink fairy dust color. So then there's lots, there really is, I feel like, a good concentration of like the light yellow AB, the light beige fairy dust, the brownish orange fairy dust. There's a ton of that going on up here. So this part really is going to glow. The one thing I did also forget to mention is the arch, the little like circles that are behind her. That's going to be the light ivory, or kind of light beige fairy dust, I'm sorry. This yellow line is the light yellow AB, and the white dots you see in the night sky back there are going to be our white fairy dust. So this is just really consistent with what I've seen from special drills with Diamond Art Club and ChrissaBug's kits. And if it's anything like Medusa, it's just going to be a showstopper. So I'm really looking forward to seeing all the special drills come to life in this one. This just looks like another absolutely gorgeous mythological character from ChrissaBug and Diamond Art Club. This was Frejya, Goddess of Beauty and War. What a lovely combination. And just looks like she's going to be epic to work on. So, all right, time to pack this one away, and I'll grab kit number 4 for us to look at. Right now, we have Sleepy Fairy by Jamaica Murphy, aka Jamooshka. And one thing I want to note about this box is that this is the slightly thicker packaging, which Diamond Art Club, when they debuted this new packaging, it was this thicker style, which if you compare it to another box, it is quite a bit thicker. And after that first run of those kits where they released these, they had already decided we're going to go ahead and bring the packaging back down to a smaller size just for logistics of shipping and just practicality for a lot of reasons. So I don't know if that means that they were just kind of holding on to this one for a while, or if there's something else. I'm not totally sure. So we're going to open this up and see. But just know that, to my understanding, this is not like the new norm or anything like that. But let's take a look and see. It has the same features as far as here's our colors and whatnot. We have the image and everything at the bottom. But let's open this up. I wonder if this also means this might not come with a treasure request card. I don't know. Now, one other thing about Sleepy Fairy that I thought would be fun to mention is that this is not one I was really necessarily originally planning on getting. There was something about when I saw the render and everything with the original artwork that I suddenly was like, oh, okay, actually this is really cute. I love that it's a smaller size, and so it's going to feel really manageable and just relaxing to work on. And it just is such a cute piece. Okay, so yeah, with these older style packaging, they had this like sleeve that sits on top. This little like thing. Oh, I see a treasure quest card in there. Okay, so we did get a treasure quest card. Here we go. Is that a gold? No, it's a bronze. Okay. It's like, it almost looked gold and not bronze, but this is still bronze. This is the treasure quest card. It's so pretty. I just think this artwork is so cute. It looks like this came with a smaller toolkit, like with the tray. So that's also an interesting change as well with this kit. I wonder if it was just a logistics type thing, but you can see how much deeper this is. I think the idea originally was that, okay, the toolkit won't crush the canvas at all then, but again, I think just the logistics with shipping and stuff, it wasn't terribly practical. We still have our sticker sheet and everything the same. Look how cute this is. And they rendered it at 60.8 by 42.9 centimeters, or 24 by 17 inches, and round drills. So one of the smaller and more accessible pieces, I feel like, from this release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fairy dust and 1 AB, a total of 60 colors in this one. All right. Let's open up this little canvas. This might be the smallest of the kits that I got for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. This year in particular, I've been really enjoying working on smaller kits, and so this just was really calling my name. This is adorable. Oh my gosh. It's so little. It reminds me a little bit of like the size and scope of Snow Queen by, is that Erica the Goober, Erica Wiseman? These cute little fairies. I mean, this is a different artist. This is Jamooshka, but it's so pretty. Okay, it is the perforated cover, but there's no pink lines on it. Let me show you up close. Let's take a look. Confetti color blocking wise. Lots of confetti in the flowers. That does not surprise me. I feel like when you're looking at landscapes, plants, florals, often that goes hand in hand with confetti. There's a good amount of confetti actually in the fairy as well. Little tiny bits of color blocking here and there, like some of that background color. Her face is rendered beautifully. especially for round drills and this size point. That looks gorgeous. I am so impressed with this one, you guys. Just the rendering, that's really what did it. And it looked really good in like the digital render when they did the preview. That's what just made me go, oh, wow, that looks really good. And we're true to size, of course. This is just so pretty. It's so dreamy, if I can use a really punny word. Just a little pack of diamonds here. There's our color spread. We're looking at lots of neutrals and earth tones in this one, for sure. What was that, 7? Was that 7 fairy dust? Let's find those. Our first one, I feel like this is turning into an old reliable. Like, you know, the AB, the white AB, you'd see it in a lot of kits. I feel like the white fairy dust is a nice common one. It's such a good neutral. Z3865, again, our fairy dust diamonds have that kind of pearlescent glitter coating on the top. A little bit of shimmer, a little bit of shimmer. And then we've got this orange fairy dust, Z722. It's a light orange color. I bet that's, my guess is in her wings. Here's a nice kind of peachy pink, Z3824. Maybe I'll just leave you zoomed in. Try to give you a better look at that glimmer coating. Some of these colors, it does look pretty subtle. Z931, this one you can really see it. I feel like the darker the color, the more the fairy dust color does show. And there we go with all of our neutrals. Starting off with, ooh, here's this olive green fairy dust, Z732. That's another color you can really see the fairy dust coating. And this is a pretty colorful kit. 60 colors for something this small. It doesn't surprise me to see that we have a lot of, there's a lot of bags with like small amounts of colors. Like there's not a ton of color blocking, like a bunch of the same color background in this one so much. Here's our, is it 1AB? Yeah, this is our one and only AB. AB 3756. This is a nice light aqua AB color. And ABs again have that, you can see that bold iridescent coating that's really, really striking. A little straggler brown drill in there. Beiges galore. And okay, here we have our next fairy dust, Z743. It's a yellow fairy dust. And we're getting to the end of the strand here. I was gonna say we have one more fairy dust, right? We do. It's a lighter blue, Z3766 for our last fairy dust color. Okay, as far as finding where these fairy dust colors are going to go, so that white fairy dust that we by far had the most of, here, let me zoom you back out, there we go. The white fairy dust is the white color that you see along her back, the white in her wings. How are we on glare? Oh, actually, okay, we're good. Okay, the white in her wings is white fairy dust. Some of the white outlining over here is white fairy dust. There's some white fairy dust here. The white patches in her hair, the highlight, again, it's like the sun's kind of coming down where the light's hitting off of, that's all white fairy dust. The white in the pillow is white fairy dust. This is white fairy dust and white fairy dust right here. And then we had kind of that light peachy fairy dust color. That one, I was just going to kind of go one by one. The peachy pink is the light pink in these flower petals throughout here. The light pink in these flower petals over here. A little bit of the light pink in the pillowcase, so like this pink right here. These pinks here and here. That's our light pink, peachy pink fairy dust. There's a little bit in her wings, this pink color right here, and these light pink colors in these areas. That's the peachy pink fairy dust color, this pink down here. And then the pink that you see here is the peachy pink fairy dust, and a little bit right in here as well. Then we have the blue fairy dust. This is the lighter blue fairy dust color. There was not a lot of that one. Here it is. It looks pretty bright blue in camera. It's these areas of blue. That's our lighter blue fairy dust, and there's dots of it over here, and a dot of it in the center of her forehead, and some dots of it up there. And then we have the darker blue fairy dust, which we had a bigger bag of, and it is these dark blue stripes in, it's like the blanket behind her, and then there's some dark blue stripes in her dress that are the darker blue fairy dust. It's right here as well. It's also the center of this flower, and some of these flowers over here is the darker blue fairy dust. And her eyelids, there's 2 dark blue fairy dust here and here. It's also her blue fingernails is the dark blue fairy dust, and a couple in the center of her forehead as well. And some of the dark blue flowers up at the top there and there has some of the dark blue fairy dust. And then we had kind of that light yellowish ivory fairy dust. It's yellowish brown. It's the center of this flower. It's those bright yellow petals of this flower. And the bright yellow you see up here. And some of the bright yellow right here. And then we have that olive green fairy dust color. Let's see on that one. It's in some of these leaves here, right here. It's the lighter green that you see that I'm pointing to, like these colors. It's in these leaves. It's in these leaves. There's a little bit of it over here. Is it up at the top as well? Yeah, it's in several of the leaves. It's this color. Some of the colors right there. And some of the light green up at the top as well. That's our olive green. And then we had kind of the orangish fairy dust color. And that is the light color in these flower petals. It's this orangish color on the outsides of these flower petals, and then the insides here. It's kind of all throughout this flower, as well as that flower over there. It's also the outlining color, like these inner lines on her wings. It's these lines here. Again, that's a light orange fairy dust that goes up that way. Nice little shimmer. And then we had our blue AB, our kind of light aqua AB color, which we did not have very much of. It's these light blue sparkles over here. And it's up here. Okay, it's this color in the background is kind of that aqua AB. It's this color right here as well. Yeah, we're good on where. This kind of chunk here and this here. There's also a little bit of in her wings right here. And I think that's it. A couple sparkles of it over here too. So this one's chock full of special drills. So I think you're going to get to see this painting really come to life in that way, especially in her wings. I think that's probably one of my favorite spots that I'm seeing all those special drills. That's going to be a really pretty placement, especially with the outlining in her wings. I think that's my favorite of the special drills in this piece. So this was Sleepy Fairy by Jamooshka. Cute little snack size kit. And that was number 4. We have 2 more to go. So I'll be right back with our next one. Next up, I have Red Riding Hood by Sunset Dragon, which is probably one of the bigger kits. I think it might even be like in square centimeters a little bit bigger than Breakfast Buddies, or at least it's close. But we've got 52 by 92.6 centimeters, definitely a panel style, 20.5 by 36.5 inches. I'm already feeling like this is like packed full of drills, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too tricky to both get into and then pack back up. But here you can see the original artwork, at least the render of it. I'm going to get you a better look at the original artwork when we open this up. Now, Sunset Dragon, I think this is the second piece that's come out from them. The first was Cozy, was it Cozy Witch that I unboxed here on my channel with like the cute witch with her like giant cat in the background. And this is an artist I've been really looking forward to seeing more from. So I loved seeing this one come out on Cyber Monday. We're going to have 56 colors, including 6 fairy dust. I am very excited to see this one in person. It's definitely got that fun like Art Nouveau style, which is like, you know, Alphonse Mucha kind of style. And so I love when art, like modern artists take inspiration from that and do their own spin on it, especially like mixing it with fairy tale characters. I think is such a fun idea. So let's see what we've got here. I'm already wondering, okay, what's our treasure quest card gonna be? It's like the new surprise. It's like the prize in a Cracker Jack box. So, all right, let's see. What do we got? That looks like a bronze to me. Let's take a look. Yes, that is bronze. Okay. I'm still on cloud 9 from those 2 black cards to start off with. Nothing. Bronze cards can't get me down. Same toolkit again. And then we're looking at, let me get you that original artwork to take a closer look at. So there you go. Much better. Creepy wolf in the background. This is just such a fun take on this story and the style. So it looks like lots of neutrals, lots of browns, maybe some pinks and purples too. So take a closer look as we open this up. Okay. Yeah, definitely going to be more of a panel style, which can be pretty manageable to work on if you're willing to kind of turn your canvas sideways to access different parts of the canvas. This is going to be the bottom. Oh my gosh, you don't see a lot from Diamond Art Club in this style either, which is also makes this really unique and fun for me and gives it a bit of a draw, because it's like, oh, they don't really have a lot that's like this. That looks so good. I feel like I've been saying that a lot, but no, really, it does. It looks great. Yeah, big panel style piece here. Just gonna roll this part backwards. Let me kind of give you a look so you can see there is some color blocking in the frame, for example. There's lots of color blocking all around there and some of the background. You're gonna see the confetti like in her face and her hair. Her face, I'm really curious to see how that looks with drills down. It's really kind of, it looks a little bit stark to me, but I think that's the original artwork as well. Kind of both the Art Nouveau style and just how the artist is portraying this. There's bits of color blocking in here actually, you guys. I don't think this is going to be too overwhelming an undertaking. This is a fun one, actually. Curious to see, of course, where our special drills are going to be found. But yeah, and then you can kind of see, it's fun that it says like Red Riding Hood, but it's really like obscured by various other elements of the piece. It's just interesting. It's really interesting there. You can kind of see most of it in frame there. That's so fun. Definitely different from any of the other kits that I've unboxed with you so far in this haul video. Let me, of course, run a measurement. This one has square diamonds. I think that's really going to help try to give it as much detail as possible. We're at just over 92 centimeters. Realistic is 92.6. And then this way we're looking at about 52 centimeters. Realistic is 52 on the nose. Okay, perfect. So let's get a look at these diamonds. Yeah, looking at lots of kind of pinks, purples, browns, mauves. So pretty there. Okay. There's that color spread again. And I already see our first special drills. This one is Z3866. We have 3 bags of this one. This is, you know, in the last kit I was talking about how Z3865 was a really common fairy dust color. This one is not like a pure white like that one was. This one is more of an ivory. I like this one, which, I mean, this piece in general I feel like has kind of a vintage color tone to it. Ooh, hello, this is gorgeous. Z815. I've not seen this fairy dust color before. This is a like gorgeous, like, I don't want to say like BLOOD. Is YouTube going to be funny about me using that word for some reason? It's like a deep, deep red. I love that for a Red Riding Hood themed kit. Absolutely stunning. I mentioned, just in case you skipped ahead, I was just going to repeat myself and say I especially enjoy fairy dust colors when they are on darker colors. There's something about the fairy dust coating that really, really pops in a beautiful way. And not in a way that I feel like is distracting or like too bold. I feel like it just really enhances the shimmery effect in a way that I personally love. I think it's beautiful. Those 6000s range colors again, which those are ones that Diamond Art Club did create to fill gaps in the DMC color code system, just to help them get as close and as faithfully to the original artwork as they possibly can. Here's our next fairy dust, Z976. We have a brown fairy dust here. And another brown fairy dust. Let's see, by comparison, it's like, this one has more of an orange hue to it, and this one has more of like almost an olive hue to it. So Z782 is the one with more of an olive hue to it. I'm just thinking like, how will I describe that as we're going through the canvas together to find where our special drills are going to be found. I think this one didn't have any ABs. Oh, we have another brown fairy dust. This one is dark though. You can definitely tell the difference there. Love. And I think this one just had fairy dust and no ABs. I don't know if any of the kits I've unboxed in this haul have had any like really different kinds of special drills. Like we haven't had any electro or any iridescent, but we have another like shade of brown. This one's a really light one, Z977. Okay. But none of the kits that we've really been unboxing, I feel like have called for those kinds of special drills. So I'm not mad. Okay, let me get my bearings really quick and make sure I'm able to easily identify the differences between these different styles of shades of brown in here. So actually give me just a sec. Okay, so for sake of ease, I'm going to refer to it as like light brown, medium brown, and dark brown, and then the olive toned brown. So we have those 4 different shades of brown fairy dust. And then we have the deep red fairy dust and the ivory fairy dust. So right off the bat, the ivory fairy dust is this ivory background you see, including what's behind the flowers here. And then this is going to be the medium brown tone, this light brown you see at the corners of fairy dust. And so bear with me here, you guys, because there's a lot of shades of a lot going on here. Here's the dark brown fairy dust just right here, and then a couple of bits of the light brown the medium brown fairy dust in a couple of spots right here. I want to make sure I don't miss that really deep red color, which I think that's going to be at the top, but I don't want to miss it. Here we have the olive toned brown fairy dust over on this side, and then we go into the medium and light brown fairy dust colors as we continue on our way up, and there's some of those colors in here as well. The white that you're seeing, like these big white sections in her dress, including over here, that's our ivory fairy dust color. And then these sections, a little bit of glare, this section, like this shade, that is our really deep red fairy dust color. It's in this section over here as well. There's little bits of the dark brown fairy dust in here and some of the other shades of brown as well. Then we have some of the medium brown tone fairy dust color, and this kind of looks almost orange in camera in these areas. This is the ivory fairy dust. We're continuing with that deep red fairy dust in several of these areas with these colors. It's over here. It's in this bow alongside the dark brown fairy dust and the olive tone and the medium brown fairy dust colors. This white in her dress, these white lines here, the white over here, that's all our ivory fairy dust color. As we get into her bow, we have a lot of our deep red fairy dust. This is the dark brown fairy dust. In her bodice, we have some of the medium brown fairy dust and then some of the olive tone fairy dust and some of the dark brown fairy dust. Over here, we have some of the medium brown fairy dust, some of the olive tone fairy dust. As we go up the side, we're finally getting some of those light brown fairy dusts in here, and then all those different shades of brown fairy dust, including the dark brown. There's just all those shades of brown fairy dust are really in the frame. And in some of these like fun, like these pretty accents over here. There's the light brown one. We have the light and the medium brown up here as well as the olive toned. Let's see. This color of her hood is the deep red fairy dust color. The white you see up there in the red writing is going to be the ivory fairy dust. And then we have the many shades of brown fairy dust up here in this kind of scroll work. Kind of comes in some of this frame. There's some of those brown fairy dust colors going around this area and looping around here. All those different shades of brown fairy dust up through here as well. I don't think you'll mind too terribly much that I didn't break it down to specifically what shade is where. There are also some fairy dust colors, like this is the medium brown fairy dust in like parts of the letters as well. So just know that those brown fairy dust colors are really a part of the frame and some of the special elements in the corners and whatnot. And that deep red is really mostly like in her dress and her bow and her hood. And then the ivory is just anywhere you see that white color. I love the fairy dust placement of this. I think it's going to be really just apt and really fitting for this particular piece. I think that Diamond Art Club really did a nice job with that one. So this is Red Riding Hood by Sunset Dragon. And again, really kind of different from a lot of what we see at Diamond Art Club. That Art Nouveau style and like more kind of muted in color palette, but with just beautiful fairy dust touches. So that's Red Riding Hood. We just have one kit to go. So give me just a moment. I'm going to pack this up and I will be right back with that last kit. Now last, but of course not least, I have this beautiful kit from ChrissaBug called Sleeping Familiars. If this looks kind of familiar to you, it's because this is an updated take that ChrissaBug did of a previous piece of hers that Diamond Art Club also actually released as a diamond painting. That was called Feline Familiars. I actually still own that kit. I haven't worked on it yet, but it's really, really sweet. It still has the witch and features these two adorable kitties, but I just thought it would be so neat to get the kind of new artist's take on this particular artwork. So, and of course it's ChrissaBug, so that's also an easy favorite of mine. This one's relatively small compared to some of the others we've unboxed tonight. This is 20 by 26 inches or 50.6 by 66 centimeters and has round diamonds. So we're ending with a round drill kit. So this is going to be a kit that I would consider to be pretty beginner friendly, and just not just beginner friendly, but just a nice size to work on. And I'm sure Diamond Art Club did a wonderful job with the rendering in terms of matching it to a size that works well. We're also opening up the last of the kits that I get to be surprised by what my treasure quest card is. So let's see. We've basically had either end of the spectrum. We've had those 2 black cards. We've had 3 bronze cards. I have a hunch this is going to be another bronze card, but it'd be fun to be surprised. Let's take a look. I think that's another bronze card. Yes, this is. So this is bronze. It does say bronze on the back. You know what I'm noticing though? Yeah. Some of the bronze cards, the gem is shaped different. I wonder why that is. Like the accents and stuff around the outside are the same, but like the gem shape is different. I wonder why that is. Anyway, so my intuition was correct. That's the majority of the treasure quest cards that I own, honestly, are bronze cards. I have like a couple of gold, a couple of silver, and now I have a couple of black cards. So I have to see. I don't think I have enough to redeem for any of the, like for the custom yet. I don't think I'm anywhere near that still, but we'll see. It'll just be a fun bonus when I get there, if and when. Here's the original artwork for this one. The black kind of blends in, like you almost don't even see him there, him or her. This is going to have 60 colors, or a little bent there. I think it'll still stick fine. 60 colors, 1, 2, 3, 4 fairy dust. Oh, we do have an iridescent, so we do get a fun special drill in this one, and then an AB diamond in this. So, I couldn't remember when I was commenting about that in the last kit, where I was like, oh, we haven't really had any iridescent or electro or like special shape drills in this unboxing, but I'd forgotten. I don't tend to look super closely at what the special drills are going to be ahead of time. I tend to just, when it arrives, it's a fun surprise for the most part. This looks great. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm a broken record, but you really just cannot, in my opinion, go wrong with ChrissaBug's artwork at Diamond Art Club. They do a beautiful job with it. I am seeing, at first glance here, a good amount of color blocking. Let me show you up close. Look at the little Kenny's face. I just want to do this scritch little spot between his eyes. That spot the cats just love. Little boop the nose. Okay, so yeah, lots of color blocking in some of these background areas. Look at this other kitty friend. Little void kitty. I love my void kitties. There's her face. Her face looks really good. I feel like in the original, like the original iteration the artist did of this, the witch's face is a lot more cutesy. This one is like, it's like she grew up. It's like, this is her still with her familiars, but she's just grown up a little bit. Lots of color blocking in the background too. The confetti is really like in her hair and some of the details in her face. And then a little bit in the cats, just a little bit though. That's so cute. Where did I put my tape measure? There it is. I was just, like, I haven't been paying that close of attention to the timer as I've been filming, but I think we're well over an hour at this point, if I had to guess right. Because just that very first unboxing we went through was like almost 20 minutes because we really dove into all the details. But if you've made it this far, I hope you've been enjoying getting into these kits as much as I have. Sleeping Familiars. I do think that I'm pretty sure that the original version of this artwork, Feline Familiars, I think it's been discontinued from Diamond Art Club. Now, this artist also has their artwork licensed at Jada Gem Shop, which is where you'll see kits that either Diamond Art Club didn't pick up or that Diamond Art Club discontinued. So Feline Familiars got discontinued from Diamond Art Club. Keep an eye out over at Jada Gem Shop. They might release it. So we're looking at round drills this time. So especially with those dark colors, you can see that super sparkly, twinkly effect. I feel like round diamonds tend to have, like, when you move, you see a lot of like twinkly sparkle to them. With squares, it feels like it's a little bit more of like a shimmery sheen. That's just been my experience anyway. Here's our first fairy dust, Z3813. It's a really, really pale aqua fairy dust color with that pretty glimmery pearlescent coating. And this kit is little, so we just have these little bags of diamonds, it seems like, for the most part here. We only have that one special drill so far, but I know there's more. Here's our Z3865. Here's that white fairy dust color that we know and love. And then here's Z3823. This is like a pale buttery yellow. Speaking on that one. A little shimmer there. And this last strand, keeping you zoomed in just for sake of ease, there's a 6000s range color. Kind of that shade of brown doesn't exist in the DMC. Here's our next fairy dust, Z3807. That's kind of a purplish blue color, more purple than blue, I think. And then we have our iridescent diamond, L745. Now, iridescent diamonds have a crystal effect. This has like a light yellow look to it. The mirror backing you see is what's going to go flat on the canvas. It covers up the symbol and helps with the reflective iridescent crystal quality of the tops of the diamonds. So that is our iridescent color. And there at the very end, I see it, is our last special drill, is an AB972. It's a light orange AB color. That iridescent coating that is really sparkly and is more bold than fairy dust, but maybe not quite as bold as the iridescent diamond is. So we had our white fairy dust, our pale yellow fairy dust, our light blue fairy dust, our purple fairy dust. Hold on. Let me double check those colors. I want to make sure I don't mix them up. Okay, sorry. I was just seeing the iridescent color and forgetting it was iridescent. And we had our light yellow iridescent and then our light orange AB color. So the light yellow fairy dust is kind of the center of the cat's face. It's the yellowish color. It's like around the cat's eyes here. It goes up the cat's forehead and is around the cat's ears. The white fairy dust is the white that's in the center of the kitty's face. It's on the kitty's paw over here too. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. And then there's no orange AB in our kitty. I didn't think so, but I wasn't totally sure. The white dots you see sprinkled in the background over here, that's going to be white fairy dust. And this white color, that's all going to be white fairy dust as well. The light aqua fairy dust color is going to be the lightest bluish aqua color you see in her hair. It's down here too. This is the pale yellow fairy dust color. Here's our white fairy dust here and here. Oh, that's the center of our cat's face. And then we have, oh my gosh, that kind of purplish blue fairy dust is the light purple, this light color you're seeing around the cat's eyes, around the cat's mouth, kind of same or similar spots as the light yellow was in our orange familiar over here. I love that. That's so cute. I can't get over these cats. I'm sorry. The iridescent diamond, the light yellow iridescent, is in her moon earring, including the little stud right there. And then the orange color is going to be our light orange AB. The light orange AB is also in the center of this eye. And there's some white fairy dust dotted in here as well. Her hair continues to have that light aqua fairy dust sprinkled throughout and a little bit of white fairy dust as well. Let's see. There's a couple of dots of that light yellow iridescent crystal effect. Here it's those white dots. And then in the background up there, some of these dots are white fairy dust and some are that light yellow iridescent crystal effect. And Same up there. There's a bunch of, if you look up close, it's the diamond symbol. That's our iridescent color. And then the dot is going to be our white fairy dust. It's the same over here. Oh, we have some of this symbol right here and right there. That's our purplish blue fairy dust colors. That's sprinkled in there a little bit too. I don't see any more of that orange AB. I think because it was really just like in the moon and in her eyes. So that's one we really did have the least of. But my favorite special drill placement, and this one has to be the fairy dust that's in the familiars. I think that's so cute. I'm so glad the kitties get a little bit of like magic fairy dust. So you guys, this is Sleeping Familiars by ChrissaBug. And like I said, is kind of the more like present day take on feline familiars from ChrissaBug and Diamond Art Club as well. So this was kit number 6 out of 6 and is the last of my kits in this haul. But you know what? I'll be right back. Hold on just a sec. So that is the end of my Black Friday and Cyber Monday haul from Diamond Art Club. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Are any of these kits that you picked up over the weekend during that really fantastic sale they were running? Were any of these ones that you just are adding to your wish list maybe for someday? Because you know what? 125 kits is a whole heck of a lot of kits to have to try to narrow it down from. Or are you just going to enjoy, watching others work on these vicariously and keep your stash at a nice small amount? Or maybe these just didn't totally speak to you as something you'd want to work on. Any of the above is perfectly legitimate as long as you're enjoying your diamond painting craft. That's all that really matters. But I really enjoyed getting into all of these with you today. It was a really fun surprise to see those black cards. It was neat to get to see these canvases in person. I was really pleasantly surprised with a lot of things like the special drill placement, some of the color palettes, just how the renders looked on some of these pieces in person. It just makes me really excited about every single one of these being added to my collection. And I am quite sure that you will see at least 1 or 2 of these worked on in 2025 because we're just coming up here on the end of 2024. I'm not going to squeeze any of these in before the end of 2024, but definitely keep an eye out for these here in the future. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I did unbox some other kits as sneak peeks from Diamond Art Club for the Black Friday and Cyber Monday releases. If you're interested to see those other kits unboxed and decide if anything else needs to be on your wish list or ones you want to keep an eye out for, I will try to at least link to those below, or you can just kind of go back into my unboxings playlist and take a look at those if you're interested. But either way, thanks so much for watching. I had a lot of fun with you today getting into these kits, and I'd invite you to subscribe if you did enjoy this video. I do haul type videos from time to time and really enjoy getting into my kits this way kind of all at once. And I also do things like reviews on completed kits, weekly WIP and chats, tutorials, lots of other just diamond painting related videos, and I'd love to have you here as part of my community. Anyway, friends, I hope you have a happy holiday season. If you're watching this around when it goes up, I hope you have a day and a week that's as amazing as you are. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.